All right, Gradey, obviously a tough one tonight, but it looks like you guys just continuously battled throughout the game. Walk me through the final two possessions, the one that you had the assist to Scotty and then the last play.
I mean, it was crazy. It happened so fast. A game like that where, both teams are so competitive. Those are the fun moments, of a season. But, I mean, all I remember is going up for a rebound. I probably should have, grabbed it with two hands. Came off and running back, I kind of thought at that point, good chance at it being over right then. But Scotty was able to, create another chance for me to get in, throw it to him. And just happened, in a flash. So it was a lot, but not a way we wanted to end it, but at the same time, super competitive game, and it was a good time.
On the forehead as well from Scotty there.
Yeah, that's Scotty's. I wouldn't expect anything different, but yeah, it was fun. It was a cool play.
We talk about, of course, your three-point shooting and just the level of confidence it takes. When you're out there, what are you seeing in terms of what's allowing you to step into that shot a lot easier now?
Just how the defense is playing me. I think that's the first thing I try to look at is, take what they give, and if that's space and maybe a little to my left, whatever, try to get there and get my work done early, and that's kind of being set before the pass gets to me, and kind of what shooters will try to look at, and the film that I've watched is really just those spacing type things where I try to get to and get my shot up.
I know when there's a foul called or whether or not you're checking out, you kind of go up to Darko or your players to say, like, my bad, my bad. What are you noticing in terms of maybe some of the mistakes you're making in time that you're trying to communicate with your team?
It's more of just letting them know that I see it. It's not that I'm, trying to ignore it or anything, or I don't know it at all. Like if I see, I should have been where I could have got a steal or whatnot, I'm going to let them know. I think it's just part of communication, and they give that to me, so I'm going to reciprocate and just try to build a whole good relationship between us all, and yeah, that's basically it.
It feels like we're seeing just maybe it's confidence, but I don't want to say confidence, but just you're stringing together some solid performances in the past month-ish. What are you seeing out there in terms of just where your biggest learning curve has been?
I think exactly what it is just learning. It's definitely a long season, these 80-some games, and it's been a journey, to this point. And I think through, Coach Darko and just this organization as a whole, their faith in me, through it all, and just wanting to, help me as much as they can learn is, you can't really get that anywhere else, I feel like. So it's one of those things that improves me, not only, on the court, but off the court, my work habits, and just habits of, time management in general. It's little things like that where, I'm not doing homework all the time, so I'm having to learn what to do, outside of the court. And, when you have people like that 24/7 that help me along the way, it makes my transition, on the court easier.
Speaking of people who are maybe helping you along the way, we saw you speaking to Kyle Korver before the game. What type of advice, or what did he tell you in that moment?
Oh, he's great. A shooter like that, and just a player in general like that, be able to talk to him and get little tidbits and advice from him is huge. I remember summer league running into him one of the first times, before kind of the draft stuff. But every time I see him, I get to talk to him like that. And we were talking about just different kind of workout drills we were doing beforehand, and different things that helped him, and just really trying to give me advice. And it's huge. I try to take everything that I can from him and a player like him.
What did you see from the intensity that Jordan was able to bring to the floor tonight, and is that intensity contagious to the rest of the group?
Of course. Jordan's an amazing player, and I've been watching him the last couple of years, and actually got to build a great personal relationship through football with him with the Bills and our little stuff that we do our bets against the Chiefs and the Bills, stuff like that. But on the court, he's a dog, and when you see a guy play like that, like you said, it is contagious, and helps us want to do the same.
We spoke to Coach, we spoke to Gradey, obviously a tough one down the stretch, but what did you see out there in that last final possession?
Just got a rebound. I think, I had an all right game, but got to finish the possession at the end. Me personally, I think I just let Sadiq push me out the way, and he got a tough rebound, so I'll take the hit for that one. That one was definitely, I think, on me at the end. I got to finish with a box out, and can't just let somebody push me that easily. So.
You guys were fighting, though, throughout the entire game, and you had a pretty solid performance tonight. And also, this was your first game playing over 10 minutes as a Raptor. How did it feel overall?
It felt good. This is my first time, this season really playing this much. It's tough at times being in the situation I've been in, just staying ready. You know, since I've got here, all these coaches have been super welcoming. I've been in the gym working, you know, endlessly with these guys, you know, coming in early, last one to leave. I know what I'm capable of. I think these guys can see it too. I just got to be willing to work and listen to what they want me to do and just improve every day.
Jordan, the final 10 seconds of the game, usually if someone's bringing up the ball, someone would maybe like do a quick foul just to kind of like alter the pace. But then you decide to kind of go after, and that sets up Gradey, who then sets up Scotty. What did you see there?
I just knew Gradey was on my left, and Trey's was blowing by us all game. So I just thought if I can cut off the sideline, he's going to try to beat me. And you know, if there's enough time, if I can just get in front of him and if he gets around me, somebody else can foul him, and we'll still have a chance to go the other way. Luckily, I was able to do it and, you know, force a turnover.
You know, when you think about you on Trey a bunch of times during this game, what is it that you think he does differently to create that level of space that he has to take those shots?
You know, he's a great player. You know, at his size, he's super fast. You know, sometimes it's tough. He's great at finding angles, and you know, once he has you at an angle, it's just about he draws so much attention, help, and then you're just playing off those reads, and you know, he's great at that. That's what makes him a great player, and you know, it hurt us today a little bit.
Gradey was talking about the relationship that you guys have been able to slowly build over football, but outside of that, the second unit seemed to spark a lot of energy into the game that the team needed. Was there a commitment that you guys all made together, or what kind of goes on behind the scenes so that when the second unit is called upon, you guys show up?
I think for us, you know, a lot of guys just locking in. A lot of guys spend a lot of time in the gym. At least since I've been here, I see it. You know, days off, guys in there working. You know, staying after practice, working on some defensive stuff. Not just, you know, myself. You know, a bunch of guys. You know, the other day, our last practice, we had, you know, 9, 10 guys stay after, just look at defensive stuff and stay out on the court a little extra with some of the coaches. And all that stuff is big, and as you can see, you know, it leads to transitions to the game. So
I know this is a very young team and probably even a little bit typical to see guys putting in that extra because they're so young, but what stands out to you about this group of guys, maybe skill-wise or just anything else as well?
I think the good thing about a team like this is like we're all young, we're all hungry. We're all, you know, dying to improve, and I think for everybody here, you know, we just want to take that next step, and we're going to keep doing that. You know, spend as much time as we can in the gym. You know, that's all we can do right now, and just continue to improve. And you know, as we continue to improve, start winning some games.
All right, Coach. So obviously you guys are stuck with no timeout there at the very end, but can you walk me through the final couple possessions that you saw?
Last couple of possessions, we were right there. We got that lead at the end. It came down to rebounding, and the whole game was about that. They got 20 offensive rebounds and really converted that tonight. Even on the last possession, they missed a shot, and Saddiq Bey just walks in and pushes us in the back and gets offensive rebound. Last couple of possessions, their last 2-3 minutes, we got rejected on pick and rolls a couple of times. It's just like the level of communication that needed to be better there. But overall, I thought that they gave good effort, you know, and kind of continue to try to build on this one. We got a great opportunity for us going into Chicago and try to bounce back.
Coach, the final 10 seconds of a game, usually if someone's bringing the ball up, the first kind of go-to is to quick foul and kind of slow the game down. What does it say about Jordan and the ways in which he's just kind of able to hustle at those times to get Gradey that shot?
I mean, that was a great read from him over there to get his body in the right position and showing hands. It was great stuff that allowed us to come up with a steal and gain a lead again there at the end. Unfortunately, we didn't convert it tonight, but I thought that overall Jordan did a really good job tonight, as well as Gradey.
Are you impressed with a lot of the reads that he was able to make this evening?
Absolutely. I thought that playing off ball screens, coming down the floor, being aggressive to score, just energy that he brought up, and our conversations are always going towards defense and how he can influence and help us on defensive the end as well. I thought that he did enough during the game for us to kind of put him on Trey Young there. Unfortunately, we had foul problems as well. So I think that this was a great opportunity for him to learn our team and our system and how we're playing.
Gradey was 3 for 5 from 3 tonight. What stood out to you about his game, whether it's at the three-point line or overall?
He had great moments, great reads, great situations, but also he had rookie moments over there, like getting offensive rebound, and he's just instead of just kicking the ball out and finding open man, trying to finish one against 2 or 3. The game just needs to slow down. It is much better now than it was like a couple of weeks or months ago. But any minute that he spends on the floor, it's just great for him. And I really like the energy that he brings to our team, the way he's moving on the floor, and also defensive strides that he's making.
I mean, I know that I had asked you before about how the team navigates with a lot of your starters missing from this lineup, but when you think about the confidence of the second unit, what was able to show itself out on the floor there tonight?
I just think that our guys are very resilient and very competitive. They want to do everything possible to help the team win. So our second unit coming there in the first half, I thought they brought us great energy, great defense. We were able to get multiple stops in a row, and we forced them kind of like to go back to their starters very quickly. I thought they did a really good job.
And how do you like how Jonte's been coming along specifically on the defensive end?
It's a work in progress. There are good moments, but there are also like moments that he needs to go with verticality to change the shot when he's just like half of a second late. I thought that tonight he had a couple of good situations where he had active hands, got a couple of deflections. On defensive end, that's going to be really something that he needs to improve. We all know that he can shoot a ball and help us spacing, but on defensive end, it's going to be something for him to grow.
Thanks for watching the Toronto Raptors YouTube channel. Check out our latest video and subscribe for more.